Well, guys, I just had to stop brush cutting the front yard to just drink some coconut water, rehydrate. I was sweating up a storm. Let's see. I'm in that overgrown perennial bed that I never really finished resurrecting properly, but you can see my asparagus berries had gotten nice and red. Some of them are still kind of eaten open from those bugs. My bee balms back here are nice and big, but I just was excited because besides this echinacea, which by the way, every time I'm over here it smells so good because this area has been getting taken over by chocolate mint. So let's see if I can get a nice little butterfly that landed there. Some of these bee balms, I get this very large, pretty moth that looks like a hummingbird. Really likes the bee balm. But I was excited because, I used to have a bed over here of things that I'd started from seed many years ago. I mean, I had some different things in here, but it looks like I had 2 echinacea over here pop back up. So I'm excited that I did not just indiscriminately destroy stuff. So I'm going to walk down these burdocks that have the seeds on them. Later, I need to try to get in there and start brush cutting some area down because I want my birds to be able to get in there. Now, their ponds that I have built up for them right now, it's like I have to, the poop and stuff has to get cleaned out and has to get drained every once in a while. I have to be really careful walking down the hill here. I had to take off my other stuff and change a little bit for my brush cutting, but anyways, let's see how this is going. So I'll still have to set some water down here for them. It looks like it has the water. Okay, so if I actually go back into that hole, I don't know if I can zoom in, but it looks like there's like maybe a super duper duper tiny bit of water coming out of there right now as we head towards the end of summer, despite all this rain we've been getting. But when it actually dries out, I want to dig in a pond, but less than 2 foot deep back in there for my birds. Or I might reroute it this way so that the water has to go further and filter through more before it drains into the creek, because I don't necessarily want, that's one reason why I cannot get a permitted pond. Okay, I do have a right to farm, including livestock out here, because I'm on 5 acres. Okay, but that doesn't necessarily mean I want tons of waterfowl poop as my flock gets bigger, discharging straight into the creek back through there, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dig in a pond, and I'm probably gonna have that water go around. Now, some of these other channels, the duck poop, some of it will still be going down there, but as far as the bigger swimming pond, I don't know how big it's actually gonna be or not, how much money I want to spend on pond liners, etc. I don't know what I'm going to do. I might not have a liner. I might just fill it, because eventually what's going to happen is the water is going to start gushing out of here again. So for that part of the year where there's just water gushing out of here, it'll be great to actually try to focus their water area here, whereas those ponds up there are going to be for when I have young birds that are getting close to being ready to sell, etc. Instead of having to come down and fetch birds from down here when they're ready to sell, I'm eventually going to have my main coop and everything fenced in down here and the other part up there. But the reason why I had come up here was because I wanted to check on my peaches. Now, we had a really bad storm come through. So with high winds, okay, it was pretty bad. So of my peaches on this tree that is older than, it's like a year older than the other ones, or at least half of a year older, this is the only peach fruit that it has left on it, and this is how big it is, okay? And I at one point had just a few more fruits on here, but I don't know what happened to them, if it was a storm or what. But here's how my pears on this, it's not a mature pear tree, are coming along. I don't know. I tried to take a video for you guys earlier of my favorite pear tree on my drive to West Branch, and it didn't work out. It's a different variety. I have to actually go through and look at the tags to remember which variety is one of them. Well, I don't want to say the wrong thing. But here's how my apples are coming along. You know, these aren't going to be ready until, like, I don't know, at least a couple more months or so. But I'm going to slowly start working on clearing some space, even though I don't have a working mower right now, because I just can't really have my geese like kind of coming through here. And the thing is that when the grass is this tall, it's not good nutritious forage for them. So I don't know. I'm debating on whether or not I want to try to set anything back as like my own hay or not. But I don't know, maybe not. But I'm going to try to go ahead and get the brush cutter all through the place. I just burned through a tank of gas so far, and I'm letting it cool down as I rehydrate. My unused as if you have bathtub. Oh no, what is this be? Otto. Hello. This is not where you was been belonging. You was thirsty, huh? Oh, hi. I gotta get rid of you because I don't know. Oh, he landed on here. This be pretty good. Well, I'll show you guys that after I make some more progress. Because what this was gonna be, well, look at this. I haven't started up my trash service yet, guys, because I was trying to slowly save up a little bit of money because they pick that up every week, okay? And I don't fill up, because that's like ever since I moved in, how much trash that I've made. So I'm putting off signing up for my trash service. So here's how this peach tree is doing up. I don't know if that's zooming right. I can't see very well. Okay, so this one doesn't have a whole lot on it because it had the peach tree curl. And then I had emptied out my pond into here. Now, part of the issue that I'm having with that, the water keeps turning so brown every time it rains because, again, look, I've got all these trees growing up here. I need to get the ladder in and clean my gutter out. I'm debating on whether or not I should try to salvage some more of those maple trees that are growing in my gutter up there. I'll have to identify them because I have multiple different kinds of maples. I have at least 4 different kinds of maples on my property. But here's how these are going, and I don't know, like, well, what is this? See, I gotta check if this is like a disease. Okay, I don't know. So I don't know if my peaches will be okay or not. Now this one, you know, I think is not getting enough sun because of the whole situation. So maybe this was just not a good place to put a peach tree. Again, I had gone for one peach tree when I bought these. I was gonna put it basically over there, where this one is. And then they were marked down to $10 a piece. So I was like, oh, well, I'll just stick another one in. So it's really not ideal place though. But once I get my peaches disease free, I will be able to propagate my peaches. Anyways, goodbye.